Hi, I am David Ezekiel, Transitional Minister for the First Federated Church of Peoria. Welcome to our Midweek Moment. Thomas Watson, legendary chairman of IBM, once said, "If you want to increase your success rate, double your failure rate." During the summer, our sermon focus has been on our biblical ancestors. We celebrate their exploits and successes, but the Bible is incredibly candid about their failures. What sets these heroes of the faith apart from other persons is how they learned from their failures. They tried, they failed, they got back up, they trusted in God. When we hear about extremely successful people, we mostly hear about their great accomplishments, not about the many mistakes that they made and the failures they experienced along the way. In fact, the most successful people throughout history are those who have had the most failures. That is no coincidence. People who achieve great feats, no matter in what field, understand that failure is not a stumbling block, but a stepping stone on the road to success. There is no success without risk or failure. We often fail to see this truth because the outcome is more visible than the process. We see the final success and not the many failures that led to it. When I acknowledge that fulfilling my potential must involve some failure, I no longer run away from risks and challenges. The choice is a simple one: learn to fail or fail to learn. Allow me to illustrate. Thomas Edison had 1,093 patents registered to his name, more than any other person in history. And while he certainly deserves a place of honor in the Science Hall of Fame, he also deserves honorary membership in the Failure Hall of Fame for the tens of thousands of experiments he conducted that failed. Edison himself, however, did not see these experiments as failures. When he was working on one of his inventions, a storage battery, someone pointed out to him that he had failed 10,000 times. "I have not failed," responded Edison. "I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Recognizing the real path to his accomplishments, Edison remarked, "I failed my way to success." Another honorary member of the Failure Hall of Fame is Babe Ruth, whom most North Americans know for topping the league in home runs. However, did you also know that the famous Sultan of SWAT also topped the league 5 times in strikeouts? And since we're on the subject of baseball, and the All-Star game was played last night, other notable home run crushers like Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, Jim Thome, and Alex A-Rod Rodriguez are also noted for being among the all-time leaders in the total number of strikeouts. If you want to increase your success rate, double your failure rate. To take another example from a different field of activity, Abraham Lincoln failed in business and went bankrupt several times, had a nervous breakdown at the age of 27, and lost 8 elections for political office, all before becoming one of the most celebrated presidents in the history of the United States. So let me ask you this. Are there areas in your life where the fear of failure is holding you back? Where can you exit your comfort zone and take a step toward realizing your potential? Our biblical ancestors would each tell you that the place to start is by trusting in the covenantal promises of God. They tried, they failed, they got back up, they trusted in God, and they succeeded. You can too. I'm David Ezekiel. Thank you for sharing this midweek moment with me.